What if I told you that you're the reason why Christ is mocked more than ever in 2026? Hi, I'm Antoine Griggs, and this is the Awakening Purpose Podcast. Today, we're going to be going over 6 signs that you fit the stereotype of pushing non-believers and believers away from Christ. Without further ado, let's dive on into it. Wait. Before we get started with this video, I need y'all to realize that I only got 19 subscribers. All right, I'm trying to get to at least 100 by the end of this month. It's only about a week and a half away. I need y'all to tap in and subscribe, like, comment, and share this message with any and everybody who's willing to hear. Now let's get right into the video. This time for it, we're gonna get into the video. Almost every Christian goes through these phases throughout their spiritual walk with Christ. I'm not saying all, but a majority of them do. I'm even guilty of it. I promise you, I went 6 for 6 over all these, and I've done every single one of them in my beginning. Going with the first one is the hypercritical Christian. All right, with this one, you're so quick to call out everybody's wrongdoing, and you're just as guilty as them. I see it all the time. Like I said, I used to do it myself. I'll be scrolling on social media. I see other people scrolling on social media. We're all wearing this badge of Christ that we show and replicate on everything. And yet we're acting fools every chance we get. That's why the non-believers and Muslims and whatever else religions out there, they're making fun of us because like this is how Christians act. Crazy. And then the stereotype of that is they think everybody's like that because a majority of us act as such. When you criticize somebody, all it does is just show them, oh, I don't want to follow this because it's too hard or too judgmental and I can't tolerate it. There's a certain way about going about it. The way to fix it was stated by Jesus. He literally said it in Matthew 7, verse 5. You fool, or you hypocrite. First, remove the log from your eye. That way you can see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. The log in my eye is way bigger than a speck. So that means you have more to fix on yourself than you calling out the little things that everybody else does. Number 2 is the Christian bubble group. This means that you spend a majority of your time with only Christian people. It might sound like it's a positive thing, people, but I promise you, you will be doing a lot more helpful good deeds hanging out with a non-believer, helping them see the good in Christ to help them convert. But if they only see you hanging out with Christians and never give them a chance, then you're just pushing them away from Christ. Like I said, Jesus left the 99 sheep that followed him to go get the one that was pushed astray. If we spend more time listening to other people's concerns, problems, and issues, and less time talking about our own, then we can come to an understanding on how to pray for them and how to get them over to walk a spiritual path. Number 3 is the can answer response. Anytime anybody tells us that we're going through something, everybody does. Your story is not greater than the other person going through struggles. But a lot of people, when they hear pray more, it's part of God's plan. It doesn't really resonate with them because they want, more of a response of a friendly gesture to help them correlate through whatever they're going through. And then the book of what Jesus, he actually allowed 2 extra days for a total of 4 days for Lazarus after he died. He already knew he could perform the miracle, but as he went there, he cried with them, he mourned with them, all of the works to understand what they were going through. And that's what us as Christians need to do. Fully help the person that's going through something, that's venting to you. They trust you, so they vent to you and come with you with an issue to help you out. So if you allow yourself to resonate like Jesus did and fully embrace being in that suffering with them, you're already on a better path. Number 4 is political idolatry. You allow your political views to overlay anything having to do with Christ. People will know that you're a Democrat or Republican before knowing that you follow Jesus. When they ask me that, hey, who do you vote for? I don't vote. I'm not really into politics. You should be ashamed of yourself. Hey, I'm not. The reason why is because I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not none of that. I'm a child of God. And that's what should be put on the forefront before anything else, is you following Christ. Before anything and everything that you want in life and want to do in life, Christ should always come first. All right, number 5 is better than era, which means you believe something that you do or anybody else does is better than another thing or another action that they do. Hey, even though I cuss, that's still better than killing somebody type of mentality. Logically, yes, cussing is way better than killing somebody, of course. But spiritually, it's all the same. It's a sin. What goes out of the mouth could be either growing or destruction. What comes out of action could be either bettering or worsening. So it's all exactly the same when it comes to sin. All right, moving forward, if you realize, hey, would Jesus, would God be pleased of this action that I'm doing right now? And if you have to second guess it, you probably shouldn't be doing it then. We got, last but not least, number 6, the defensive Christian. This person always wants to cancel, put somebody on blast, go to social media, gossip, all of the nasty little works, just because another person doesn't agree with their beliefs, which is the complete opposite of showing what us Christians are made of. You know, it just shows this worldly type of influence that gets us mocked and not taken seriously. If you have to sit there and gossip about somebody to make yourself feel better, who's really the bad person, you know? And if Peter said it in 1 Peter 3:15, he says, defend your hope and the reason for your hope, but do so gently and with kindness. Gentle and with kindness. I have to say that twice, maybe 3 times. Gentle and with kindness. And if you're doing all the gossiping, going and canceling and putting people on blast, you're doing the complete opposite. And it's still showing why we're getting made fun of. All right, I got my taps for the day for y'all. My taps, you feel me? First tap, literally take a moment and remove the log that's in your eye so you can see clearly. You want to see that you have a lot more to work on than the little specks that you keep calling out on everybody else. The second tap is make sure, moving forward, you keep the Christian name, the Jesus that we all rep, keep it holy, keep it set apart. And the ones that continue to push people away, there's a whole nother story for them I'm not even gonna get into, but we ain't gonna like it. And the last but not least tap, I need everyone to truly lock in, because the world is just getting worse and the bad to good ratio is dwindling down in numbers. It's just like the narrow and the wide path. The wide paths, many paths. The narrow is not that many. Let's get as many people to on that narrow path going into next year, and so on and so forth. As always, thank y'all for watching. It really means a lot to me to continue to help as many people as I can through God, and I wouldn't want to do anything better. But as always, God bless, and y'all tap out.